Welcome to another video, guys. So I've been invited down to Meltdown today to do some filming and take some pictures and try out some of their new items on the brunch menu. They're excited about advertising their brunch side of things. I've been here a couple of times just to try their normal menu, but nothing from our brunch side of things. So here we are. Let's just flip the camera around. And in terms of decoration, this is one of the nicest looking venues I've been ever. Just a quick ganders round. It's very, very purple. It's very bougie. So here's a quick overview of their brunch menu. Feel free to pause the video and take a look at the pricing and the items. So of these, I'm going to be trying the full English and the Turkish breakfast. This treat yourself burger sounds really nice. Hopefully it's the spicy Cheetos. The Nashville burger sounds really nice. Cheese sauce, I think that's going to be like a nacho cheese. And there's the cruffle menu. I think the F and H stands for full and half. Of those, white chocolate is screaming to me, but I think I might go for the pistachio. Give that a whirl. So guys, something special today. We've got a sponsored video by Meltdown in Didsbury. I've been here before, worked for the owner and some photography before. They've started a brunch menu, so he's invited me down to sample some of the things that they sell on their brunch menu and some of the things on their normal menu. And yeah, he's well and truly putting the "this man can eat" claim to the test, because I'm going to show you in a second what is currently in front of me and what I've got to try and devour. I'm probably not going to get through it all, if I'm honest, but from my perspective, it's all about tasting everything, making sure everything is up to standard, really. Now, disclaimer, because this is a sponsored video, there's not going to be any ratings at the end. It's just going to be me describing what's in front of me as I'm eating things and describing the taste and the textures. As I said, no ratings. So we're back in a minute. I'll show you, quite frankly, this ridiculous amount of food in front of me. See you in a second. So guys, this is what's currently in front of me. We have, I think that's a full Turkish or full English there. We've got a full Turkish, which has got some Turkish sausages there. We've got their pistachio cruffle. We've got some Cheeto burgers, I think they're called. We have some milk slice cake thing. I'll just get the proper name for it in a second. And look at that for a chicken burger. It's probably the most picturesque chicken burger I've ever seen. But yeah, I've got to try and sample all of this and describe it all to you. So let's get to it. Well guys, I think it's time to get stuck in. We'll start on this full English. We've got a sausage. It looks really tasty. It's almost like a big Frankfurter. I don't think it is a Frankfurter, but it looks kind of like one. Try and get this to focus a little bit. I think it is a Frankfurter. It's very smoked. It's got a nice texture to it. It's nice and plump. With a few beans on there, it's perfect. So, what comes with this full English is we've got this sausage, we've got some turkey bacon rashers, portobello mushroom, a fried egg, some hash browns, which I probably won't eat because I don't like hash browns that much. Some toast and some beans. Now, because this is a halal joint, that's why we've got turkey bacon. We're going to hold that against them. Can't say I know fully how turkey bacon is supposed to look, but that looks like it's trying to be bacon to me. It's okay. Yeah, it's cooked to perfection. Have some more of this frankfurter, it's really nice. Good texture in there. Standard. Can't go anywhere without their own brew. So because I've got so much in front of me and I want to sample it all, I'm going to move on to the Turkish breakfast now, which looks incredible. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring you in nice and close to take a look at this. So as I was saying, this is the Turkish breakfast and it looks sensational. So can't say if I've had salad with a breakfast before, but that sausage looks super nice. That's an egg. I think that's some sort of cheese. Got olives, some sort of dripping with it, I think. Okay, so it's time to tuck in to the Turkish. Very, very excited about this sausage. Bring this up to the camera a little bit. It's still got face tracking on, so it's trying to focus on me, but if you have a look at that sausage. Smells amazing. It's got a very smoked taste to it. Almost like a slimy taste. Wow. Imagine like a proper thick salami or pepperoni taste. That's what that tastes like. That's bang man. Give it a sec. Let's try and get another close-up attempt of the sausage. There we go. Got a texture on that. I can't even describe that flavour. That's amazing. The funny thing is, I'm not normally a fan of like salami or pepperoni. I find pepperoni too salty and all the time too dry. That's just reminding me, that's what it tastes like. Pepperami. If you've had pepperami before, it's like a less salty version of that. Really nice. Okay, so we've tried the full English and the Turkish breakfast. Next up is the Melt burger. Try and get that in focus for you. So let's sample this down. We've got fried onions on there. Looks like we've got a bit of mustard. We've got some cheese. We've got 2 patties, lettuce, and what looks like their burger sauce. So, as per my own rules, I did see this get made, so I trust it. I'm not going to take it apart like I would with every other burger that I don't get to eat. So let's try it. The seasoning on that beef is wow. It's going to be a nice cross section of that. Give you an idea of how it tastes and how it looks. There's not got any gherkins on there, I don't think, but there's something in there. It's got like a bit of a sweetness and a sourness to it, like you would with a gherkin. It's a good burger. That's a very good burger. So guys, as I'm working my way through this, I'll talk about some of the pricing as well. Have a little bit of a breather. So the full English breakfast is £11.50. For the quality of the food that you get, I think that's a reasonable price. It's not the biggest, but in terms of taste and quality, you can see where the money's going. Can't fault it whatsoever. The full Turkish is 12. That's a little bit bigger than the full English. You've got olives, looks like a dill pickle in there, the salads, different cheeses. That sausage absolutely makes that meal. That is incredible. I keep doing it, but I have to do it again. Just look at that. Try to get the camera to focus. It's like a very thick, tasty and less salty pepperami in sausage form. Sensational, that. £12 compared to the full English as well. That's even better value for me. The Meltdown burger I've just had, that's £8. Considering it's 2 burger patties, again with the quality ingredients, I would say it's the high side of reasonable. I'd absolutely pay £8 for that myself, especially with competing burger places around here charging similar or more money. Even where I'm from, in North Manchester, you probably pay about £10 for that. So I'm going to slowly work my way through some of the other things, and we'll go from there. So next up we've got the Treat Yourself burger, which is 2 small sliders with fried chicken in the middle. They've got their own Cheeto sauce, which is made up of blended up Cheeto dust, right into a sauce form. This, I believe, let me just double check with the menu I've got in front of me, is £7.50, which I think is really good for the amount of food they get. Yes, the sliders, the small burgers, but it's a proper, decent sized piece of chicken getting in there. Let's get that for the camera. Let's give this a try. Wow. That sauce is incredible. Everything. It's like everything in this works perfectly. The sauce. Wow. It's not overly spicy, it does have a bit of a kick. Definitely has that Cheeto flavour in there. That combined with like, the crispiness on the fried chicken. And the cheese just mellows it out just a smidge. That is a really, really nice burger. And for what was £8.50, you get 2. Yes, you're probably talking 4 or 5 bites per burger, but it's a proper decent chicken breast in there, and that sauce makes it. Next up, we've got the Nashville burger. This one, I think you'll agree, looks fantastic. That is a humongous piece of chicken in there, and this is only £7. Wow. Well, if I pull this away here, you'll look at that cheese pull. It's got nacho cheese on there. That's not just normal melted cheese, that's nacho cheese, I'm pretty sure. So we've got onions and salad on the bottom. Very, very, I can do that to the microphone, you'll hear it's very crispy chicken. handful of this. Let's try and get it all in. That is a very, very crunchy chicken. It's quite a messy burger. Oh, look at that cross section now. Quite an impressive, very tasty burger for £7. The cheese works perfectly. It is very messy as a result, as you can tell. Very mellow burger. Can't understate how messy it is though. I've got cheese all over me. And all over the table. Let's clean this up. But the skin just falls off it, as you probably see there. Try and get it close to the microphone. Up here how crunchy that is. So next up we've got a dessert sample. It looks like a pistachio milk cake. I've never had a milk cake before. Visually this one looks amazing. I'm a big fan of pistachio. And the colours and the textures on the top look amazing. So if you give me a second, I'm just going to bring you in on the camera and get some close-up shots of this because it looks incredible. So look how nice that looks. Or the pistachio. Don't think the flour's edible, but it's a nice bit of decoration. So next up is the milk cake. Never had a milk cake before. Not quite sure what to expect. Oh. That's interesting. In a good way. You see textures on this. I'm not sure how I can describe that. So you've got the crunchiness and the texture from pistachios on top, which are really, really nice. So the thing is like a pistachio sauce in there as well. You then got like a creamy layer, which is super, super creamy. And then I can't quite place what that bottom layer is. I think it's supposed to be a little bit soggy and moist. Sorry to use that word. Looks a little bit like bread or sponge. It melts in your mouth. But those textures work together. You've got like the softness of the sponge, creaminess, and then the crunchiness from the top. That combined with like the milk flavour, which is absorbed into the sponge. Wow. Pricing wise, I think this is £6.50. Can't really argue with that. Taste wise, I've never had one before. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Big fan of pistachios to begin with, so it's top tier points for that. Wow. Got more to eat, but I don't think I can not finish this. So, as I said, it's got pistachio sauce on top. It's got nuts. It looks like it's got like pistachio powder on there as well. Wow. Can't fault that at all. That is. I've never had it before, and that is sensational. That is like top tier dessert for me. For anybody who likes Asian desserts, it's a bit like a ras malai sort of texture at the bottom. bottom with like the sponginess and milkiness. Can't fault that whatsoever. And finally, guys, we have something different. This is called a cruffle, which I believe is a croissant mixed with the batter of a waffle, and it comes out looking like this. So again, this is like a pistachio flavour. I'll try and get this in the shot more so you can see it better. It's got pistachio, similar to the milk cake. It's got pistachio dust on there, nuts, and the sauce. It's got a few flowers for decoration, which I'm just going to remove because I'm going to dive into this in a second. Apparently this is $8.50 if you want both of them, like 2 halves. Or if you just want 1 half, it's $5.50. So if you bear with me just a second, I'm just going to bring you in, get a nice close-up of that as well. So here's a nice close-up of the cruffle. For one this size, it'll set you back £8.50. If you get nice and close, you'll be able to see some of that pistachio dust and the sauce on there. There could be some sort of chocolate sauce on there as well. Wow, how nice does that look? So here we go. Small spoon in hand, cruffle. This man can eat. Let's go. Oh, it's crunchy. Didn't expect it to be crunchy. Need to break this up with the spoon a little bit, I think. So I'll give you a nice close-up shot of that. It's got a nice fluffy texture on the inside from the looks of things.
Sorry, my phone is crashed, so it's not very good pictures, but there's and then there's a piece trace.
Wow, that's very interesting. Chewy, I thought, a bit. I'm just going to get stuck in here. Manners out of the way. I don't have to be polite anymore. That's so different. So you've got like the crunchiness from the outside, as you would expect from like a waffle, but then it's got these little layers on the inside. I'll try and show you on the camera there, which is like the texture of the croissant. It's like nothing I've ever had before. It's so different. I mean, the flavours all work absolutely amazing. I love pistachio chocolate, who doesn't? That's such a unique texture. Try and show you again some of those layers. So it's very crunchy on the outside, a little bit chewy on the inside, also very flaky. I don't think I've ever had a texture like it before. So, I don't know if I've ever had anything like it. I believe it's £5 for 1 half, or $5.50 and then $8.50 for both. Wow. If the flavours and the textures are all completely different to anything I've ever had before, I'd absolutely recommend trying this. If you're a fan of chocolate, especially if you're a fan of pistachio, I imagine you probably have different sauces in it and such on the top. But I really, really like that. I'm just kind of blown away that I've never had anything like it before in terms of taste or texture. Can't argue with that whatsoever. It takes a long way to get something I've never had before. So guys, I don't know why I keep saying this all the time when I start another video clip. I always say, so guys, it's just not necessary, is it? But yeah, Meltdown's new brunch menu. Can't fault it at all. That's an honest opinion here. The prices are typical Didsbury prices, more on the reasonable side with the exception of a few items which are on the upper tier side of a Didsbury price. But everything is flavourful. You can see where the money's going. It's all good quality ingredients. I mean, I've got sauce all over me again because this is a messy burger, but that is a quality chicken breast. The Turkish breakfast is sensational, value for money. The little Cheeto burgers are sensational, and for so little money, can't argue with those at all. The milk cake, I'm probably going to order another one. I'm pretty full, but that was amazing. It's almost like, as I said earlier in the video, it's almost like a ras malai. It's a cakey, rusky, milky flavour. Because it's in milk, it's like a sweet milk, it absorbs all of that. The texture is a little bit soft. I wouldn't say it's spongy or gooey or anything like that. It's a nice texture, especially if you're familiar with what ras malai is. Absolutely. The cruffle, amazing. Can't hype that enough, to be fair. The textures make it. The flavours are there. I wouldn't recommend trying to break into it with a spoon because that wasn't giving much luck. But if you had a knife and fork with that, that would absolutely work. Or if you're not afraid to eat with your hands and get a little bit messy, it's well worth it. But yeah, I'm very impressed with what they have to offer. Very impressed with the pricing. It seems competitive. So yeah, I'm going to try and finish the rest of this because it's all delicious. But I'll admit it's a lot of food and they've tested me here, so I probably won't get through it. Some of it I'll get to take home. But yeah, this is Meltdown in Didsbury. I'll see you in the next video.